So today what we're going to be doing is an update video on a really big set of trades that I posted out onto my Twitter page that I took along with some of my students, taking them as well, and showing you a complete breakdown of exactly how we were able to make quite a huge amount of money trading these ideas and how you would be able to follow along with them for your own education. So just to introduce myself, my name is Morgan and I'm the founder of MS Equities Trading, and I train students in about 28 countries around the world. The purpose of this video is just for educational purposes, trying to give you a little bit more insight in how I'm choosing my trade ideas on a daily to weekly basis. And all of these trade ideas that I'm going to be sharing with you right now are going to be on Forex pairs. Now, I just wanted to say this red thing that I've got strapped on my arm is not anything weird. Unfortunately, I pulled my arm boxing tonight, so I had to put on some really special medicine and stuff. So strapped it on because the stuff kept on falling off. So I just decided I was going to make sure it was wrapped up before I did this video. But we're going to be jumping into this, showing you a breakdown of the trades I took, exactly when the trades were taken, when the trades were closed, as well as also showing you the profit behind it. So also something that I want to say to you is that what I'm going to be showing you is a verified track record with my FX book, and that is my own trading account. So all of these trades are on live accounts. These are real trades that I'm taking in real time, and there really isn't any way of me trying to fake these trades or make it look like these trades are not real or anything like that. These are seriously proper trades. I'm out all of these positions and I was able to make a good amount of profit from these positions. I haven't even checked what the full profit is on all of these positions together, but we've had a screaming month, a really good month of trading. We're going to jump onto the charts now and I'm going to show you a bit more about it. Okay, so first things first, what you're going to see is way back when on the 1st of October on my Twitter page, I posted out a tweet just saying buy orders open on NZDCAD and AUDCAD, possible sells waiting on CAD Japanese yen. Big movement on CAD coming up over the following weeks, watch closely. And then I just said time to make our magic work with this. Now the big reason why I sent out this trade idea is because with all of my students, we are able to actually post out all of this information and also send this information out to our students so they're able to take advantage of the trade ideas that we're executing. Now, what I am going to say is I'm not trying to give you financial investment advice or tell you where you should be trading or what you should be trading, but it's really nice that you'd be able to follow along with me giving out all of my trade ideas and you can actually learn from them. So you can also learn about exactly why the trade ideas work, sometimes the trade ideas that don't work. And what we're going to be doing in this video is giving you a breakdown of exactly why the trades did work. So we were able to do really well on these trades. So this was on the 1st of October. You can see that I posted this out and you can see that there was a whole lot of other stuff. Now, my trading portfolios also post out every single trade that I close live to my Twitter page. So you can also see that everything that you have here, all of these tweets are showing you exactly how much I've made on the trade and what the total profit for the day was. And this is all live and verified through my FX book profiles. So you can also see there was a whole lot of other trade ideas that I was posting out. But if we go further up, we can see that we've got some positions here on Aussie dollar CAD that we closed out. And then further along on the 18th of October, we closed out most of our positions in the New Zealand dollar CAD and the Aussie dollar CAD. So we were able to close out a good amount of the positions. So we went in 1st of October, we came out with a trade idea, and then on the 18th, just on 18 days later, we were able to close out all the trades with a really good amount of profit. So as you can see on this page right here, this is the verified trading portfolio. So you can actually get the link down below in the description. It's a link to my verified track record. You can actually follow along with it. Now, in terms of the trades that we took, now you can see that on the 1st, we opened up most of the trades. And then on the 18th, we closed out most of them. So you can see over here on the 18th, on the 16th, I had one position closed at a 0.02% profit, quite a small position. That position was opened just a day before and then closed out that day. So also after the 1st of October, a few times in, I opened up a few more trades. And I'll show you that a bit more just now. So also another one is going to be that you can see up here, we closed out most of the positions. So starting off with the New Zealand dollar CAD positions, I closed out first for a 0.06% gain, and then a 0.07, and then a 0.13. This was a pretty big position. This was the lowest position we had. That was a 12-day long position. So that position was open a little bit later on after I posted out the trade idea, and I'll explain that to you as well. And then further up, we had a 0.02, another 0.05, and this is on the Aussie dollar CAD positions, another 0.17. This was a very big position, 14 days waiting, and then another one, 0.11. And then further up, we had additional trades that we closed out on the 19th, a day later, and that was all for a 0% gain, and then one for a small loss. Now I'm going to explain to you how those positions occurred and exactly why we were able to still profit from this position. So on the charts here, I'm just going to get straight onto the exact charts that I was having a look at and basically just show you a breakdown of exactly what happened from the 1st all the way up until the 18th, and I'm going to mark it off. So we can all say that from the 1st is when I alerted the trades out, and on the 19th is the last trades that I closed. So in terms of using just simple vertical lines, we can do that now. So I'm just on the hourly chart, and I'm just going to put out on the 19th. So that was on the Friday when the markets closed last week, and we're going to go now to the 1st as well. So I'm going to show you that. So the 1st is way back when over here. You can see right over here we had where price was coming right down. So you can see that basically from the time that the trade was alerted right over here all the way to the time that we closed out the position, you can see there was quite a good gain. But now, right between the two, we still had a much further dip down. And this much further dip down was where price action moved beyond the level that we expected it to move. Now, the big reason why we came up with this trade idea is specifically having a look at the weekly timeframes. So if you have a look at the weekly timeframes, we've got this very, very strong support level right over here. And you can see how this support level has been very strongly supported by price action way back in the past. You're looking at August 2015, 16th August 2015, around about. You can see our price actions come right back down to that level, hold strongly on that level, and then bounce straight back up. But you can also see at the same time, you can see how it's moved all the way down to where the Bollinger Bands have gone to their extremes. Prices come back up, move back down, and then bounced off that level. So basically what's happened right there is price action has formed a strong support level. Now what we did is the fact that price action never went back to that level all the way up until most recently, we knew that it could be a very strong support area. So that's just an example of how you can trade a simple support level and actually profit from it. But most importantly is also having a look at the fact that the MFI strategy that we make use of, so I can put that thumbnail up right here. You can have a look at that video, and that video explains in full detail exactly how we use a really, really special strategy with the stochastic oscillator and with the MFI, and how we are able to spot trades that are in levels of being extremely oversold or extremely overbought. The other video that you can also have a look at, if any of you haven't watched it, is the stochastic video. So that's showing you exactly how to trade and use the stochastic. But as we could see way back in the past in 2015, price was oversold, and then right now recently price was oversold again. So not only did we know that it was on a support level, we also know that the price was in a extremely oversold area. So what I did is I took my position, and I knew that if price fell a little bit further throughout that week or the next week, I was going to add to the position. So even though I spotted this on the weekly time frame, if we go into the hourly time frame, we'd be able to see in full detail exactly what happened. So on this level right here, this is where I entered my first position. But what I did was I made sure that if price was going to move lower, I still had room to move. So this trade that I took on my trading account was a very, very small trade, meaning that if the trade fell into a loss, there was a very, very small loss on my trading account. That just basically means that if price is going to fall all the way to that support level, I'd be able to add to that position lower down and wait for the price to move back up. And that's exactly what happened. Price fell all the way to that support level and came back up. Now, some people say, why did you get into the position early? Why didn't you just wait for it to get to that support level? Well, that's specifically because sometimes price action won't fall all the way to the support level. If you had a look previously on the weekly time frame, we also had a level right over here where price action had not fallen to that support level. So I did know that there was a chance price action might not fall all the way. So I wanted to get into my position a little bit early and see if I could add to it lower down. Now that's a simple strategy that you can use, but the thing is that it is really, really important you do not actually leverage your account too much. People who land up leveraging their account too much can land up adding to the position the whole way down, and sooner or later they're in such a big loss that they can't even handle the position. On this trade idea, my account didn't fall below a single percent. So on the entire trade, I lost about, I think it was about an open drawdown of just under 0.5%, which is very, very little on my trading account. So I was able to sit there and wait for the market to recover. Now that I'm out of the position, people might say to me, well, why didn't you wait for price to recover a lot higher? Well, for myself right now, that's not really what I'm looking for in the market. My goal right now when it comes to my trading is I want to get in on quick positions, get out of the market with the trades that I want and with making the return that I need. So for yourself, if you wanted to wait in this position a lot longer, that's down to you. But that's also the benefit of using these trade ideas that we're posting out on Twitter. You're able to have a look at the trade idea for yourself and learn for yourself. It's not really that I want you to follow exactly what I'm saying. I just want you to be able to learn from it. So the next one is going to be having a look at the Aussie dollar CAD as well. So on the Aussie dollar CAD, we had something incredibly simple, and you can see that the chart didn't really change that much. And that's because the Aussie dollar CAD and the New Zealand dollar CAD correlate very closely. So the two currency pairs that we're trading there is from Australia and from New Zealand. Now they have very similar economies. New Zealand relies very heavily on Australia for business and economic support. Well, should I say economic support? They do a lot of trade and business together. So basically what happens is their economies, their currencies also stay very in a very similar area with each other. So basically when you're comparing that against a currency like the Canadian dollar, you're going to see very, very similar price movement. So basically the reason why we also came up with doing a trade on New Zealand dollar CAD and Aussie dollar CAD at the exact same time is because we knew that the macroeconomics, which I'm not going to share in this video right now, looked as though the Canadian dollar was going to go through a weakening period. The Canadian dollar had a very long-term period of extreme strengthening on all currency pairs, and we definitely felt that it was in a period of time that the macroeconomics were showing there should be a bit of a pullback. So that is also something else that I can share in another video, but that's going to make this video a bit too long. So just to keep it on the charts right now, you can also see how on the charts we still have these support levels. So we've got these support levels, how way back when in 2013 on the 7th of July, price moved right back down to that support level. And again on the 10th of May, September 2015, how price action moves straight back down to that support level again. So we have basically, as you can see, we've got how price has moved to that level there, and it's moved here, and you can see how price action has moved again down to this level right here. So we've got three strong levels of support tests right on the support level. We got in on that position. We waited for the opportunity for price action to recover from that point, and we are able to make a profit from it. So if we dig down into the hourly time frame right now, and I'll just get rid of this red box view, you can also see how these red lines are still representing the 1st of October all the way up to the 19th of October. So you can also see on the 19th of October, there was a huge spike. Now that's because there was some news coming out on the Canadian dollar that actually proved our investment thesis. There was some news that came out showing that their CPI numbers weren't looking too good. Inflation actually dropped slightly, and running up all the way to that point that there was the release, people around the world were thinking that something like this was going to happen. So the currency was slowly but surely weakening every single day we were holding the position, all the way up until the 19th. Now there has been a pullback, there might be a further pullback, and what we're going to do is see, depending on how far that pullback is, if we want to get in on the position again and hold it further to try and see if the currency will continue to weaken. And we'll do the same on the New Zealand dollar CAD. But as you can see how on the 1st of October, price has fallen slightly, but you can still see that there's that very strong recovery. So as you can see, this is a simple example of how following along with our Twitter page is able to actually teach you a lot more about trading different currency pairs. So for myself, I make sure that I post out all of my trade ideas on Twitter as much as I possibly can. Sometimes I'm very busy, so I'm not able to explain them in full. But once again, this also allows you to get onto the trading platforms and learn a bit more for yourself. Now, one thing I did say is that MFI strategy in the stochastic video is a simple example of how I was able to come up with these trades on the technical aspects. But the other one is that I was also able to have a look at the macroeconomics, and that's also a lot more extensive, a lot more complex, which I can't really explain in this video. But to anyone who wants to learn a bit more about trading and investing in the financial markets, you're also welcome to visit our website, www.msequitiestrading.com. You can have a look at how we train students in over 28 countries around the world. I run a very specialized online training platform where I'm able to train students and coach them online. So what you'd also be able to do is learn the in-depth process of exactly how I'm able to capitalize on these trade ideas all the time, and how my students all around the world are able to do the same thing as well. Once again, everyone, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Also, please make sure, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel, because we are going to be uploading weekly videos just like this. Next week, there's going to be a video coming out with a big trade idea in it, and I'm going to be giving an in-depth walkthrough of this entire trade idea, so you might also be able to profit from that. So it could be quite good that you subscribe to the channel and just keep updated with all the videos that we upload. But once again, everyone, thanks for tuning in. I will see you in the next one. Cheers for now.